Hi, good to see you. I've been waiting for you. Do you believe you have a superpower? Well, you do. So stay tuned. I will help you connect with it. Hi, my name is Sharyn Lennon. I'm a psychic medium, an earth angel, and spiritual counselor. Now, I put this channel together to help in hopes to help people connect with their own superpowers or psychic abilities, connection to heaven, connection to angels, connection to their guides. This is something I'm doing out of like the need, not the need, but through the maybe coerced by angels, like keep tapping me on the back saying I should be doing this. This is something this is part of my life plan that I need to be doing this. Even though this is extremely hard for me, I hope you give me grace and you give me patience, because speaking to a camera by myself in my room is not something that's easy for me, and I'm used to talking to people or classes, and so again, if you can give me grace, I appreciate it. That said, we all have abilities. We all have that connection to heaven. We all have that connection to our angels and guides and in source. Source being whether it be God or any one you believe in as far as a higher source. Through that, there are two main organs in our body that everybody has that either help us connect or they hinder us. And those two organs are our brain and our heart. Okay. With our brain, well, our brain is where our ego comes from, and our ego will do a good job keeping us in fear and overthinking things, thinking about what's going to happen in the future, what's going to happen and what happened in the past. And when we get on that treadmill or wheel, we keep ourselves not in the present. Now, being in the present is just that. It's a present. If we are able to breathe and blink and look around and notice that we are here, that's a present in itself. I mean, we could be, someplace else, or who knows, I'm just saying that our life is a present. And so we get to learn lessons, we get to grow, we get to evolve, we get to experience things that that we're meant to experience, that we came down here in this body, in this lifetime, to learn. So when we're in the now, in the present, and being grateful, thankful, that's a way to connect with your higher self. And this sometimes might help with meditation and settling the brain down, quieting the brain. Now I hear my angels. I hear them through my right ear. And one thing about, like I said, talking about the brain, right side brain, left side brain. I don't know my right from my left, so it's my left side brain, my right side brain. Sometimes I get that confused. I've done this since I was a kid, so forgive me for that faux pas. But anyways, the left side of our brain is your analytical side. Your calculating numbers, 1, 2, 3. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Analytical. Everything's really black and white in the left side of your brain. That's your center of figuring things out. The right side of your brain, more or less, is your creative side, your more colorful side. Your either if you're a musician or an artist, that comes from your right side. There's also a part of the brain which is right above your right ear, which is called the limbic brain. The limbic brain is also considered your, what they call, God center. And that's one of the reasons why I hear my angels, is because I do have a deafness in this ear. And with the deafness, I believe God took away my hearing in this ear and gave me the ability to hear my angels. So I always will let you know if my angels chimed in, because of course they just agreed with what I said a couple moments ago, just because I always acknowledge them. I appreciate them. I love them. And but angels won't, I know everyone can't necessarily do what I do as far as hearing them, but they're always with you. And when you learn to, when again I was saying about the two organs of the body, the other organ which would connect you more with your angels and your guides is your heart. Now, to connect angels, guides, our loved ones who have crossed over, who are in heaven, God, they're all love. Their vibration is very high. And through that love is how we connect through our heart center or heart chakra. When we're in a state of love, appreciate all the good, happy emotions, is how we can more easily connect with our angels, through love, through joy, through all the, like I said, more positive vibration, because they're a high vibration. If we're not ourselves in a high vibration, maybe being thankful for the day or just thankful for waking up, that's when we can connect with them more easily. And that's one of the things my angels have told me, that I should come into this channel and speak through my heart with love. And so this is why I'm doing it, this channel. And like I said, this is by far the hardest thing for me to do. I will think of more reasons why not to do these videos than to do them. This is not my I have a day job, so after working a 40-hour week, it's hard to just set aside some time to do this. But I'm keep being nudged by my angels, and they're telling me this is something I need to do. But one thing about our angels is, I have given my angels and my guides, and this is something that might be able to help you, permission to hear my thoughts. Now, God gives us free will, so they're not necessarily always going to hear you speaking to yourself, because unless you call on them directly. If you say, guardian angels, help me with this, they will then hear that. But anything else, like your daily thoughts, they will not hear them unless you want them to. On the other hand, I learned early on in my life, through all my past mistakes, I want them to hear what I'm thinking of before I do something stupid. And maybe to say, Sharyn, that's not such a good idea. And before I make a stupid mistake. So this is up to you if you wanted to give your angels permission, and all you would have to do is say, angels, God, Jesus, my guides, and my angel, my higher self, I want you to hear my thoughts and connect with me to help intercede with maybe something I do that's not smart or not on my path. So I have given my angels, and they do, I mean, anything, like if I'm talking to someone or if I'm thinking about something, they will like chime in. You know, they'll usually just say yes or no, or if something's coming up, because I hear them through, sometimes I hear their voices, and other times I'll hear them with I'll have a click in my ear. It's a click, and they know to 1 click is yes and 2 clicks is no, and if it's a bunch of clicks, they're trying to get my attention. So with that, you may or may not want them to connect with your thoughts. Like I said, I always have them hear me because I don't want to make any dumb mistakes anymore. I'm old enough now that I just want to do the right thing and be on the right path. So, connecting with your own innate psychic ability is connecting. Well, psychic abilities have to do with your senses. And to connect with your innate psychic senses. Sorry, that was my phone. Let me just turn that off right now. And able to connect with your own innate psychic senses, you have to connect with, like I said, your heart center. And part of your heart center is your emotions of love, empathy. Empathy is a big one because empathy is feeling the feelings of other people, of someone outside yourself. Happiness, joy. When we show compassion, that's a big emotion that would obviously, because you're feeling love for someone else or feeling caring for someone else, and because of that, we're acting as like if Jesus, what would Jesus do? Jesus cared for everybody, cared for people outside of himself. And when we're in that empathetic compassion is when we connect with our psychic abilities, or either clairvoyance, seeing things that aren't necessarily anyone else sees, hearing things, clairaudience, hearing things that not necessarily was meant for everyone else to hear, but hearing like my angels. I hear my angels. I hear my guide. I've heard God. God's spoken to me. So when we put ourselves out into the world, we live our everyday life with, we can get more in touch with these the higher vibrations of heaven, God, Jesus, loved ones, through our heart center, of being in the energy of love and compassion and empathy. So when we, like I said, connect with our heart center, we are have the ability of seeing, feeling, and sensing things that are not necessarily seen, heard, or thought, or with our physical eyes. When I see things, as far as psychically, I see it in my third eye. It'll come into my head. I won't necessarily. I do see things with my spirit. Believe me, I do see spirit with my, physical eyes. But you'll see, feel, and hear things that are in the non-physical. And that's how you connect with your psychic ability. That's where you connect with your angels and even your loved ones in spirit. So if we all connect and learn to connect through our heart center, our compassion, our love, our empathy, this is how you connect, and this is how this will help you through everyday life. And life's not easy, and sometimes we just need a little guidance, a little, which way to go. Just some way, someone or somehow, just to know we're on the right path, and with our connection to the angels and guides and God above and loved ones in spirit, with that connection we can get a kind of sense if we're going to be doing the right thing or not. I will never make a decision right on the spot unless it feels absolutely 100% right. I usually say, let me think about it a couple of days, and I mull it over and I see how I feel physically, how I feel it. If it doesn't feel right in my gut, I'm not doing it. And this happened. I've almost bought a house. We put a down payment, and me and my husband at the time put a down payment in a house, and we had 3 days to decide if we wanted it or not. And within the 3 days, my stomach was just I was almost sick to my stomach. I'm like, it doesn't feel right, and so we backed out of it. And well, we're thankful that we did. You know, then we ended up finding the house we were meant to be in, and it all worked out. So that's how you connect through. You know, that was a psychic feeling at the time. You know, I don't know if I recognized it at the time. I think I did. That was my body, my body will physically, our bodies are like a divining rod, and will feel physically what was meant to be and what's not meant to be. So I hope this video helped you. There's several ways to soften your heart. I want to say soften your heart, meaning if you know, if you have a hard time with empathy or compassion, do some meditations. I like the Self-Ego frequency 528. That's the frequency of love. That's the frequency of your heart chakra. If you listen to some of that and maybe a verbal video, meditation video connecting you with your heart center, that is another way that'll help you connect, and that'll connect you with your abilities. So if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. I have my email address in the description below. If you want to learn more about a different subject, I can help you with that. I'm going to start doing more videos showing you how I connect with my angels. But I thought this one would be nice for you to learn how to maybe you connect with your own angels, because everyone has them. So thank you. God bless. I love you all. Have a great day.